Kina Daya. Hello everyone, ATLYSS Kina Vira here. I'm going to play ATLYSS today. I wanted to create a new character. Oh hey. I made a character a while back named Buttons. I have them at level 20. They are Chang Mystic. It's very interesting. I want to start from scratch, create a new character, and I want to do something interesting. I think I want to start with the Poon class this go around, maybe, or the Kobold class. I'm not entirely sure, actually. Let's see. First things first, I want to make my character left-handed, so I'm going to mirror the body. Height and width. Width does look funny. Let's do mid-height, I guess. I guess it'll change. It'll automatically change once I do this. Yeah. Male or female. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll go female. It's whatever. Width all the way down. Height. I guess all the way tall. Why not? Okay. Let's see. So, muzzle. So this is all the way down. It's all the way up. Sure, why not? Head width. Not right here, I guess. And then what's the hair? Bald is kind of funny. I like this one. This one's pretty nice, actually. Ears. Whoa. Actually, that's pretty long. This reminds me of Clonoa. Whenever I see ears this long. Oh, that's closer to a different character. That's closer to a character in the game, actually. Those ears. Very, very long ears. Let's see. They point out. Straight up. Kind of like those, actually. So many different ones, it seems. There really are a lot of them, actually. I don't know how many there are. How many are there? So there's one. Oh, it's hair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. That's really cool, actually. I either want these or these. Sure. We'll go with those for now, I guess. Or maybe I will go with the shorter ones. I don't know. Character creation usually takes me a while. It's really fun. Let's see. The different eyes. Oh. Angry. Might pick that one actually. This one's really cool, really cute, actually. Might do that one. As much as I like this one, I think I'll do this one. What type of mouths though? Huh. Even smaller. That's more of a chipmunk, I guess. Yeah, I love the character creation in this. It's really good. I guess this one's fine. Antlers. Either I'll go with these or I'll go with none. Actually, these aren't bad either. I'll go with none. For now, I guess. Okay. Oh, tail. Where's tail? Okay. Small tail, tiny tail. Okay. Closer to an onion, I guess, or a bulb. That one's pretty standard. I might do that one. That one or this one? Tiny tail's kind of cute, actually. Either that one or this one. Let's do tiny, I guess. I'll choose weapons later. Very Final Fantasy VII Cloud type arms. And then wide. No, not wide. I guess that's okay. Sure. And then I guess that's fine, to be completely honest. Let's see. I think I'm satisfied with the look. So I can do color now. Okay. Hair color. Vibrant, okay. Decisions. Oh yeah, that's right, there's body texture as well. Forgot about that. Oh, that looks really cool actually. I think I want to do this one. This one's pretty cool. So that's all the way to the right. I see. Okay. Okay, so that's closer to the fur color. Okay. Oh look, monochrome. Versus vibrant. That's gonna mess with a lot of the colors, isn't it? Oh, I made it purple. That's really funny. I think I'm okay with that. I like that a lot, actually. I guess with the pattern on the tail, I could take a look again. That's fine. Okay. Weapons, let's see. So we have guitars, sword, a hammer, a scepter, a bow. Okay, so a dex weapon, a dexterity weapon, a strength weapon, a heavier strength weapon, a mystical weapon, and a dex weapon. So we have 2 dex weapons, a one-handed melee weapon, a two-handed or a heavy melee weapon, and a mystic weapon. Let's go with, I think I either want to go for sword or hammer. I think I'll go hammer. Hammer seems interesting. We have 6 points. So let's see. So strength increases attack power and max stamina. Mind increases magic power and max mana or mana. Dexterity increases dex power, attack critical percentage, and magical critical percentage. And vitality increases max health. Okay. I guess I'll do 3 in strength. Maybe I could do strength and vitality? I'll do 3 strength, 3 vitality. One in mind, I guess. And 1 in dexterity. Sure, why not? Dye. Okay, so colors here for the clothing. There's blue, green, red, and gray or black or white. Not entirely sure if it's black or white. I think it's white. Or gray. It might be gray. They all look good, honestly. Let's go for green though. It is my favorite color. Or maybe I should do red. They all look good, I'm not sure. I'll go with green. Okay, come up with a name. Let's see. That's the funny part. I did not think of a name. Lotus. Okay. I think that's what I want to do. So, Poon, an ancient but thriving race of dryads who are tactful and cunning. Poons have adapted beyond being prey from the deep forest, able to take on any foe that stands against them. Starting off with an initial skill or a race skill called Leg Up, grants a movement speed increase buff, additionally increasing evasion. So there we go. Let's get started. Starting with a hammer. Your time is not over yet, young little one. This world is broken, in need of your help. I plead for your soul and your strength. Okay. So first things first, we are at the sanctum, the safe zone. Let's take a look here at our settings. Escape button. Input. Okay, so analog stick, the movement, WASD. Up, down, left, right. Jump. I have jump as space. I have dash or run as, well, it's not run, but it's dash as E. I've set strafe to control, left control. And I toggle the strafe key on. You can either do hold strafe or you can do toggle strafe. I don't have strafe while holding weapon on, but I do have it on when casting skills, offensive skills. Strafe is very useful. I attack with left click. My charging attack, which we'll use later, I have that set to Q. Block or shield I have set for right click. Lock on I have for left shift. Interact is F. And then skill slots I have as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Z, X, G, or Z and X, I guess. I am using a mouse controller hybrid, so that's why the buttons may seem odd if you actually stare down at your keyboard. You can actually input using controller as well. Sheath, unsheath weapon, I have unbound. I don't really use it. Sit I have as V. Sitting down allows you to gain HP a little over time. Quick slots. I usually only use one of the quick slot buttons, and I have that set for C, but you have 5 of them to put your items in, your healing items or mana and stuff like that. The only other important ones I think are opening the tab menu with the tab button. There's a stats tab and a skills tab, which is the P button or K button. You could cycle through them if you just press the tab menu though. And the item tab, of course. Quests. All of these, anything that says tab on it, you can just go to your tab menu button and cycle through with your left click. You can hide the game UI too. It shows this here, but for me it's actually the, I think it's called the backslash key. So it's important to know these buttons. Oh yeah, this is important too. Recall, you want to make sure you know what button that is, because from the start it is the G button. It'll send you back to where we are now. And the quick swap weapon is useful as well because you get to use 2 weapons. You have 2 weapons equipped and you can switch quickly to them without having to go into your menu. So my quick swap weapon button is R and the recall button is G. I usually play in windowed mode. I don't ever really do full screen mode, but this is full screen. This is, my resolution for the moment is 1280 by 720, 60 hertz. There's field of view, camera smoothing, camera X position, camera Y position, render distance, far, very far, near, very near. I usually do far. So you can do very far, near, far, very far. So I do far. There's post-processing, underwater distortion, screen shake, weapon glow. Of course there's audio, master volume, which is usually pretty loud at the start. You can mute the application, mute the whole game. You can mute the music itself. Make sure that if you change any of these settings that you press the apply button. Otherwise it's not going to do it and you'll have to change it all over again. But game volume, GUI volume, ambience, music, and voice. Then interface, when you're playing with friends and whatnot, you can enable like the enemy tags, global tags. There's a lot of stuff here. And there's also a high dungeon minimap, because dungeons are the only places in the game so far that has a minimap. And I hide the FPS and ping counter. For anyone who speaks English, this may seem like a no-brainer. Because I'm reading things out. It's like, of course we know. However, this is also for if anyone is watching this who doesn't speak English and is using closed caption, which is mainly what this is for as well. because this game is very fun, but it's only in English. So, my jump button, you can jump twice. So if I don't have my control button locked, I can go in a circle like this. If I have it locked, it's always facing forward. So my lock button is my control button. Which is very useful because when you attack, you can move left and right and strafe this way. You can also do it diagonally. And you can do this with anything. However, you can also attack while jumping. So you can jump and then attack too, with any weapon that you have. Since I'm starting with the hammer or the heavy weapon, this is what I'm able to do from the start. Hammer is very useful right from the start, and you will see why as I continue. So I turn strafe off, I can see the full character again. Very cute. Strafing is very useful because when you're aiming for your enemies, as long as you have it locked like this and you move the camera around, you can aim for your enemy a lot better. There's also lock on. I will show lock on. So this is dash. My dash key is my E button. You can dash in the air as well. There is a cooldown to dashing. And that's another thing too. As long as you move in the direction of your arrow keys or your control stick, you can go either or. But it's not just a straight movement. You can go in a circle as well. So, I recommend using a controller for this type of game. For movements like these. And of course my shield button is my right click. And it takes stamina. The cool thing is there's no real penalty for it running out. It's just fatigue. Fatigue makes it where you can't shield anymore, or you can't really do a dash because it takes stamina. So since I'm fatigued, I can't dash until I get some of my stamina bar back, or stamina circle. So I'm level 1. You start off with recall, which was that G button that I told you about. There's no description. Oh, yes, there is. Recalls the player back to the sanctum, spawning a portal to return where the caster recalled from. Can only cast outside of sanctum. Takes you back to the sanctum. And that's it. You don't have to worry about leveling that up at all. That's default. You have recovery as well. Applies a healing condition that restores health over time. It takes 6 mana. You have leg up, which is the skill, the race skill that the Poon has. It costs 6 mana. And if I level it at level 4, because it says requires level 4, movement speed will increase by 20%, and evasion will increase by 12%, and it lasts for 15 seconds. That is going to be, if we take a look at our stats, our movement speed is at 100. It'll go up by, I think it said 20%. Evasion will go up as well. So with me being level 1, there are 2 dummies here. There's a novice training dummy. And I'm doing 6 or 9 at base, because the weapon says it's 5 to 9 damage. So at lowest I'll do 5, at highest I'll do 9. The hammer is a heavy melee weapon and it scales off of your strength stat for the time being. I'll explain that later. If I go for this one, I miss more because my level is lower. I will hit sometimes, but not always. And of course you can hold your attack button. You don't have to multi-press or anything like that. Notice how with me not locked on, the character turns around as much as they turn around in the direction that I move. But if I lock that and I always face forward, I have the strafe. And I can just control my movement or my direction with the mouse or the right stick. So let's get started by talking to Angela, the Mystic Guardian. Ah, what a relief to see that my calling worked. I was almost certain your soul would have been lost. I am Angela Flux, Mystic Guardian of Sanctum. I understand that you may have a few questions to ask, but first, let's get your bearings sorted out, yes? Side quests. A warm welcome. The reward for completing this is 30 crowns, which is the currency here, and a common weapon, a common armor helmet called the Newfold Halo. A sigil to indicate a new soul's introduction to the new world. It offers 2 defense right from the start. Ah, I see that you're awake, and your soul is as bright as ever. Please do not be afraid. This place is your home, our home. Before we can begin your journey, please make yourself familiar with Sanctum. After all, this is the last safe haven of this broken world. Come back to me after you have seen the world portal, the barracks, the shop, and the gateway to the outer sanctum. Of course, take your time. So, what we want to do is, first of all, I need to interact. Got any quests at the top? And accept the quest. So I need to go to the world portal, the shop, the gateway, and the barracks. So, this is the world portal. This is the shop. Might as well talk to Sally, the shopkeep. Howdy, don't think I've ever seen you around here. I'm Sally, welcome to my store. I've got a few goods here and there to sell, but I'm also buying. If you find anything shiny, bring it on over. Many of my colleagues are scattered about across the land too. Tell them I sent you if you meet them. Let me know if I can do anything for you. So she's a shopkeeper, she sells things. Sword, daggers, sword, hammer, spear, scepter, bell, which is very interesting. It's a mystic weapon. Wooden bow and wooden shield. Journeyman vest. It shows the stats there for defense, attack power, and magic power. Journeyman shorts for defense and stamina. Here's that halo. Initiate spectacles. 1 magic power and 1.5 magic critical. And ring of ambition. Critical 1 and magic critical 1. Which is not bad from the start. However, since we're just starting, we don't really want to buy anything. To be honest, we can't anyway, because we have no money. As you can see down here, this is where the money is. You have 3 different slots for your items. These are the usual items that you can carry and equip in this area. This is consumables. These are going to be items that you use for like healing, or regaining stamina or mana. Trade items will be useful later. So we visited the shop. Here's a different place that was added later into the game, where you can forge things. Oh hey, what's up? I'm Vivian, Angela's apprentice. My specialty is enchanting weapons and armor. If you got some cash, I can probably help you out. Just ask nicely. So what's it gonna be? You interested in my services? Okay, let's do it. So every item requires, if I go to remove, I can put this here and it will show me that I need 54 crowns in order to enchant the weapon. And I'll talk more about enchantments later. Transmuting means that you can make the weapon that you have scale off of a different skill type. So from the start, heavy weapons scale off of strength. But if you're going for a different build like dexterity or mind, then you can change it to either or depending on the type of stone that you get. So we will do that later. So now I need to re-equip my hammer before I forget. Also, I mentioned about switching between weapons. My weapon switching button is R. I now have no other weapon. This is just a regular attack, and it scales off of strength. It's nothing special, but if you really wanted to, you could just attack with nothing. But just keep in mind that it will always scale off of strength. And even when I jump, there's nothing extra either. And it stops you in place. You can still move to the side. That's pretty quick. It's not bad. So now there's one other place that we need to visit. Actually, there are two more places. The other place, I believe, is it here? Probably not, right? Oh, it is. This is the gateway. Gateway is here. And then we need to go to the barracks. The barracks is this way. All the way over here. And this is Enoch, the fighter guardian. Looks like we have fresh blood. If you seek to toughen yourself and find the ways of valor, speak to me. If you have anything to say, it is best you do so now. Quests. Oh, I clicked out on accident. There aren't any quests for the moment at the top, however there are repeatable quests as well. So you can keep doing quests at the bottom here, and then single quests will pop up whenever you're the proper level. Or whenever you finish a different quest. We will accept this one because it's a level 1. It's Killing Tomb. Killing Tomb. When you complete it, you get 287 experience and 100 crowns. You'll soon be bearing witness to an atrocity. Lost one. The Sanctum catacombs nearby have been stirring up noise for a while now. I do not have the time or patience to put up with their nonsense. This is your first challenge to prove your worth to this world. Make haste to the catacombs and slay 10 mini-geists alongside 2 geists. I will see that you will be worthy for the further tasks ahead once you have done this test. Speak to Angela for further instructions if you haven't done so. Without her assistance, you will not gain entry to the catacombs. This is important because first we need to complete the other quest, which we just went to all of the places now. So now we go back to Angela. And there's a question mark on top of her head. So you'll see this green X here. The green X means that you have completed it. So once you do that, go down to complete quest here. And you'll get the rewards that were asked for. Or that you're supposed to get. And then you have Communing Catacombs, which is level 1. So after we finished that, we got this as well. The reward is 200 experience and 150 crowns, and you get an Initiate Cloak, which you can only equip at level 4. It's quite dire, you see. The catacombs outside Sanctum was a place I could commune my mystic energies with to survey the undead. What goes on there now has been all a mystery to me. When the world shattered, so did my magic. Fortunately, I can still feel the lost magic existing. Find the stray sigil deep within the catacombs and let it tether to your soul. Once you do so, we can further explore what looms ahead of us. I do fear for the worst. Okay, so we'll accept that as well. Anything you see, whether it's blue or yellow, always remember that repeatable quests are at the bottom and you can keep doing them as much as you want. And you will continue to get these rewards every single time. And it tells you what you need to fight in order to get your experience or your reward. So the top one is spirits, which is for the night, and the bottom is for slimes, which is for the day. So we're going to go to the gateway. So we can't use this because we have nowhere to go. So what we want to do now, actually let's go here first. Let's go to the shop first. Talk to Sally. Go to quests, which is the second one here. She has something called ghostly goods. You get 300 experience and 50 crowns. And you get what's called spectral powder. Potent mixture of grounded ghostly substance. Vanishes the user for a short duration. Basically it makes it where the enemy can't see you for a little bit. You know, I could use something of your help. If you don't mind. If you're up to it, I'll let you in on a secret too. But keep it on the hush hush. I'm looking for a special combination of ghostly goods. The type that can be mixed into a fine little powder that will make you invisible. If you could, fetch me some ghost dusts from them undead fellows, and a handful of those weird little collars the geists wear from the catacombs. Come back when you got a good amount of them, you hear? Oh, make sure you speak to Angela before you head on over there. She can open the way into the catacombs real easy. So blue text is very important because it lets you know how you get access to the area. So now that I've accepted all these quests, which you can check here, we have a full set now, and they're all for level 1. So now let's go this way. You'll notice that this place is now open over on the right. We're going to the outer sanctum gate. So this is the first time we leave the area. It is nighttime now. So we have these guys. These are the wisps that we need to fight from the night. Be very careful because I only have 27 health. But with this weapon, I'm doing 7 to 9. If I equip nothing, however, I still do about 2 or 3. And I need to be careful. I got hit. But if you watch closely at the enemy, notice that that sound that pops up, or not the sound, but the colors that pop up. If you see the ring that pops up, you can shield or you can parry. If you parry, you don't use up any stamina. The cool thing about the hammer is that if you jump and attack, you can stun the enemy just a little bit. You can push them back. It interrupts their attack. So now we're picking up items and rocks. I just leveled up 1 level. So, like I said, with the hammer, I'm able to jump and attack, and it does a lot of damage. Now I'm picking up rocks. So what I can do is I can go back and if I don't want to get hurt, I can now check for my stat points. Like I said, I could go to stats here because I have 3 points. I'm going to put 1 in strength, 1 in vitality, and 1 in dexterity. And that makes the stats go up. You have your health, your mana, your stamina. your attack power, your dex power, and your physical critical percentage. Your magic power, your magic critical, your defense, and your magic defense. And evasion and movement speed. Also, scroll wheel is what does this in and out. Your middle mouse button. Okay. So, I haven't completed any quests yet, but I can also apply skill points. So I have these here. And I have 3 skill points. I can use them on these as well. So if I wanted to, I could go 1 for recovery. I could do 1 for rock toss. And I could do 1 more for rock toss or 1 more for recovery. I can't do leg up yet. I have to be level 4 first. That's what the red text shows. So what I would do is put the other in rock toss. Rock toss tosses a rock, generating high threat on hit targets. Deals 19 damage, 1.45 second cooldown. And it is one of the few skills in the game that requires you to have an item in particular, which is a rock. So the rock in question is here under trade items. I have 8 rocks. Just an ordinary rock. Could be tossed at enemies. So the interesting thing about rocks is that it's a strength skill. It scales off of strength. Skills are very interesting because you can't change the scaling of skills. So since I'm doing strength for the moment, I could use the rock, because I have 8 rocks. If I go to the training dummy and I press my 2 button, I throw a rock and it does 22 damage, but I lose a rock. Luckily though, rocks are easy to come by. So, and the cooldown's very fast. So, let's complete quests. Let's make all of these turn green. When you defeat the enemy, they will drop items sometimes, and you can use F to pick them up, or whichever you have set for interact. Should be the same button. Coins or currency comes back to you automatically. Or when you go near them, you don't pick those up. So these enemies are going to continue to respawn, but the upside is you can use this to level and get used to your surroundings, and keep picking up rocks if you decide to use the rock throw skill. I could also go this way, which takes me to the outer sanctum. But that was the back way. This takes me to the sanctum. Okay, so yeah, there's the sanctum and the outer sanctum. This is the in-between. What? Oh, so you can also shield in the air. You can dash in the air, you can shield in the air. Shielding is very quick. You have to be very careful though. Not get hurt. And I just leveled again. So every time you level, you get to apply stat points. But every other level, you can apply skill points. So every 2 levels, you can apply skill points. So what we're gonna do is apply stat points. We're going to add 1 to strength. Oh, it's daytime. So instead of fighting the ghosts, we're fighting the slimes, which look like rabbits or bunnies. So since I have a lot of enemies in front of me, using the hammer, I can do a jump attack to interrupt them. Notice how whenever I go for them though, that I'm not attacking them directly and then I'm going diagonally. This is because I'm not locked. But if I lock and I just use my camera, it's a lot easier for me to actually aim for the enemy. Okay. So this takes us back home. Or we could go this way. But I do need to collect slime ears. So pay attention to your enemy and shield appropriately. You can use the sound as a cue, or you can look at the enemy. They usually have a tail. But if you end up using the health skill that you have set, it's my 1 button. And it heals over time. For a little bit. Okay. So we have now completed ridding slimes. This is all green. So we can go back to the sanctum. Well, this is the outer sanctum. What you want to do, if you don't want to take the portal, you can press the G button. And it takes you back home. So now we go back to Angela. She has a question mark above her. Got any quests? This is green. Has a green X. So complete the quest and you level up. And if you want to, you can keep doing that. You will still get this amount of experience and currency. That's why these are repeatable quests. You can keep doing this if you don't feel comfortable moving forward yet. So now I have points that I need to use. Make sure that when you change your stats, that you press apply. Go to skills. I have 3 points. So I can do leg up now because I'm level 4. I can do that twice. And I could finish off rock toss. And since it scales off of strength, as long as my strength stat goes up, my attack power specifically, the rock will be stronger as well. Even though it says, actually it may initially be 22 or 26 damage. So that's an automatic 26 every time then. I could test that by going here and using the rock skill. So that's 29. It says deals 26 damage, but it dealt 29. So I'm not entirely sure why it did more than 26. But just know that it scales off of your attack power. Actually, I do know why. I think I know why. Or maybe I don't. I don't have any items on me that are equipped that has increased my attack power. But maybe that does make it stronger. But let's go ahead and equip these items that we got from the quests. So this one raises my defense, and this one raises my defense. This goes on the head, and you can actually see it on the character here. You can equip it, but if you don't like the way it looks, you you can hide it and still get the stats from it. Same with the slime crust chest. You put that here. Doesn't look the best, does it? If you don't like it, you can do that, turn that off. Okay. But since we're leveling up and getting stats, it's okay to put it on for now. Okay. So, we can't complete this one until it's night again. Or until we go into the area that has greater wisps. Greater wisps are in a different spot. And ghosts. So I can go rid slimes again. Because we need to get certain items. What I like to do is, I like to keep the original items or clothing that the characters have, because you can equip them on different characters later. So each time you make a character, they start off with different clothes depending on the race of the character. But what the game doesn't tell you is that you can mix match. For example, on my other character, I ended up putting imp clothing on my Chang character, and it looks really good on them, actually. Now, these items don't have stats. So what you can do is, if you really like the way they look though, you can put them in what's called the vanity, because you like the look of it. But it requires one of these stones to keep there. And of course, if you want to see what these look like later, you can just press the eye on the vanity side as well. So let's move forward. Because I did do a repeat quest one time. Let's fight these guys again. So they do a little bit less damage to me now because of my equipment. And remember, since I am using the rock skill, I'm also collecting rocks too. So the more rocks I have, the better. So let's go this way. New place. Okay, where are we? So we are at the outer sanctum now. Following the path. There are more slime rabbits. Just remember, if you feel unsafe, just hold shield button, but be mindful of your stamina, which is that orb that goes down. When you see the ring comes up, if you parry, you don't use up any stamina. So now it's nighttime again. Collect anything that falls, because it's useful. Okay, so keep getting experience every time we knock them out. Just get familiar with the area and be mindful of your health and take care of yourself. That goes for in the game and in real life as well. So what we can do now is go here. This area right here. more enemies. Get used to your movement because that's gonna help you out a lot. So my health is closer to half now. I need to use my health skill. Okay. If I switch over to my non-weapon, we'll see how much that does as well. It should still scale off of my strength though. Which technically means you could go through the whole game just running strength and using no actual weapon. So I'm doing 3 right now. 3 or 4. The numbers that pop up have different colors. The red ends up meaning that you're doing strength damage. The yellow ends up meaning that you end up doing dexterity damage. And the bluish grayish number means that you're doing mystic damage. So we'll switch back to this. This is a waypoint. Anytime you see one of those, grab that. And when you go back to the sanctum, it should bring you back to this area here. So what I can do now is go here. The portal emanates an evil power. It's unlike any other portal you've seen before. What is your destiny? For the moment, we can only go to the first dungeon, which is level 1 through 6. And I am level 4, I believe. Okay. So we're in the dungeon zone now. Break the pots. Get what's inside. So we now have a wood sphere and a precise wood sphere. So that sound that we heard was this. You have common items, then you'll have items that will have something extra. So if you look at the colors of the tiles here, these are all gray, but this one is blue. This means that it has extra stats to them. Now the wood sphere is a polearm weapon. We can equip that, and it scales off of strength, and it does attack differently. It's a longer ranged weapon, and when I jump, it's something like that. So it's very important to go here first and pick up any item that you can before actually spending money. So I just got 3 different spears, wood spears. They're all the same weapon, but they all hold something different in terms of stats. The precise wood spear gives dex power and critical percentage. If you get used to the first word that you see to the weapon, that will tell you what stats increase. So with precise, dex power and critical goes up, physical critical. With guardian, defense and magic defense goes up. So in this case, I'm not using dex power, but critical wouldn't be bad, but I'll switch it to the guardian one. I can't use this weapon yet because I'm not level 5. But this is a bell, a mystic weapon, a mind weapon. It scales off of your mana. Or not your mana per se, but it scales off of magic power. Also, we got new clothes. So we ended up getting slime crust leggings, that's 1 defense. And we ended up getting slime crust guitars, which is a dexterity weapon, which matches the clothing that I have. It looks very interesting. But this scales off of dexterity. If I get into a fight, you will see that the damage numbers will be yellow. But if I switch over to my other weapon, which is the hammer, the damage number should be red or orange. We also have this mini Geist scythe that I can equip later. Be very careful. So I need to dodge and I need to heal. I'm almost dead. Oh. Oh no. Okay, so this area is now clear. We've grabbed a lot of weapons now. So with the guitars, if I jump, I dive, and it's 2 attacks. Or initially, you dive into the enemy, it does the damage, and then you attack twice. If I switch to the bow, its range, you aim. If you jump, it's the same thing. If you use the scepter, it scales off of mind. So this is magic. And it goes where you aim. Just like the bow. I can equip the shield, which I can only use when I have a scepter, which is a one-handed weapon, or like a sword, and I don't have a sword yet, or if I have nothing equipped at all. So if I take away the hammer and I unequip, I still have the shield. So there are only 3 ways to use a shield, or an equipment shield. You have to hold one weapon, like one-handed, with a scepter, or with a sword, which I don't have, or nothing at all. So we're going to, instead of equipping the hammer, we're going to equip the Geist Scythe, which is stronger by a little bit more. And it has a 0.5 critical percentage. So that's already better. And it behaves the same way as the hammer. So you need to get used to seeing the descriptions. The wood hammer is a heavy melee weapon. The Geist Scythe is a heavy melee weapon. So they're going to act the same way. Now we have chests that we need to interact with. Monofont Poacher Cloth. Okay. So, this is a chest piece. Gives defense, magic defense, max mana, and dex power. This goes here. Looks pretty good, honestly. There's a lot of detail in this game. It's a very, very nice game. And it does offer more stats than the Slime Crest chest. We also got a Marrow Bauble, which is a scepter, but we can't use it until we're level 6. So far I can only use one mystic weapon, or one mind weapon. But always keep your eyes peeled for the different colors here. Blue means rare, gray means common. And rare will always have, if it's a common weapon, it will scale up to rare, which will have extra stats. So I'm gonna switch the scepter, or switch from scepter to bow for now. This way I have some range, which scales off of my dexterity, and I also have my heavy weapon. Okay, so we go into the portal, takes us this way, do a little platforming as well. This is another reason why I would rather use a controller instead. Break all the pots, grab everything. Remember, you can jump twice. The platforming is very, very nice, actually. Interact with this. That goes down. That sound also means rare again. So we now have Guardian daggers. Remember, Guardian gives us defense and magical defense. And that scales off of dexterity because they are daggers. So daggers and bows are the weapons that automatically scale off of dexterity. So you have strength weapons, dexterity weapons, and mind weapons. I forgot to heal, so I should probably do that. What? Okay. Grab the rock. Grab this ring. 3 enemies. Or I could use the bow. Ah. Okay. A Guardian mini guy scythe, so I can now replace the other one. If I want to focus on one enemy, I can press my targeting button, and it will always aim for that one. Need to heal again. I'll switch back. Untarget, because it's not helping me at the moment. Okay. Why? These guys are more tanky, so this is a good way to get used to parrying or shielding, because they don't have a sound. They work more on visual. Okay, so we get a Crypt Singe Halo. If you see an X, it means you can't equip them yet. So I am still level 4. Hit the lever. Go up here and grab the key. Go this way. Like I said, the dungeons are the only places that have a map up the top left. Go ahead and recover. If I want to, I can throw rocks. Which I should have equipped on a different button for me. Because for me, if I use it at 2, I end up, I stop moving. If I'm using a weapon like that, I usually set it to Z or X. So I will probably set it to X. Oh. So I'm getting hurt a lot now, and I can't heal because it's on cooldown. Leveled up to level 5. You automatically get your HP back up as well when you level. Why did they disappear? I've never seen that before. Usually enemies don't disappear like that. Okay, so we've cleared that. I can now check my stats. I can make strength go up. I'll just put one in each one for now. Apply. I have no skill points yet. I have to be level 6. We have gray dye, which we can change the color of our clothing if we're not satisfied with the initial color that we had before. What I could do here is go into my items, go into my consumables. I can put that in my bar here. And this heals me for 20 health. Pull the lever. This goes up. This is the sigil. You want to interact with this. Press the F button or the interact key. Grab everything that you see. Be careful of this thing because the eye will shoot you. You can't attack it. So just be mindful of that. The hammer is very useful in the beginning of the game. The heavy weapon, because if you're surrounded, you can just move backwards, jump attack, because it's going to send you forward. Magical ring, and it interrupts the enemies. It's the only weapon type that interrupts the enemies when you jump. The only enemies that aren't affected by this are bosses. Get used to shielding or parrying. They turn a pinker color. And when you parry, they actually get stunned. If you don't parry and you just shield, they'll keep attacking you. So now we have a precise ring. My inventory is now full. So, what I can do is equip one of these rings. This is lively, this is magical. Magical means that magic power and magic critical goes up. Let's put on one of these rings and pick up this item. And I'm going to switch that item. So the precise ring of ambition. The ring of ambition usually gives, I think, just magical critical and regular critical, I think. But since it's precise, it gives dex power and it gives a little bit more critical. But my items are now full. So I'll go back this way. Grab the key. And we have 3 keys. So now we open all 3 doors. And we cleared this area. And I can't pick up that bow unless I get rid of this one. So I need to drop this one. And grab this one. Oh wait, that's right. I need to drop something else as well. Oh yeah, that's a glitch. I forgot about that. So I need to do this then. If you automatically drop like that, it'll still show it there, so that's a glitch. Now I can do that. Leave that there. I could break these, but I can take a look. There's a lively wood spear, which I already have. Or no, I don't. I have a guardian wood spear. Since I have these pants already, I can drop this one and grab this one. And now we go back to the outer sanctum. Now what I can do is press the G button to go back home. And then I can go to Sally and sell some items. Want to trade? And I can sell what I don't want to use. Poacher cloth. So the best thing to do really is to go for rarer items, and if you have doubles, then you can sell the others. I ended up picking picking up 2 of the Crimson Halos. It offers 3 defense and 1 magical defense. And it goes on the head. It's a helmet. So I can replace that. Looks like that up top. Remember, if you don't like the way something looks, you can always hide it, but you'll still keep the stats. I have 2 of the same bell, so I could sell 1. 2 of the same scepter. I can sell the common spear. I have 3 spears now. The sort button doesn't really sort in a particular fashion, it just fills the spots. Let's see. So 1 robe is 1 defense and 3 magic defense. Red number means it's a lower number than what you have on currently. If you press the control button, you can see what you have on currently in that spot. So I don't have a reason to switch these 2. Unless I just want my magic defense to be higher. But I'm going to keep this one on. Might actually keep this cloth in general. If I find vanity stones, or whatever they're called, the pink stones, I might just use that one. Okay. So let's keep selling stuff. I don't need the halo anymore. Technically I don't need the hammer anymore, because I have the Geist Scythe. Which I can replace this one now because it's rare and it has extra stats. So now I could sell these 2. Free up some space. I have a lively ring and a magical ring. I could also sell the poacher cloth since I'm already wearing one. But different stats, different customizations and whatnot. I haven't gotten any new pants yet, but I sold that stuff. Now I can go back to Angela. She has the question mark. Got any quests? See a green X, so this is done. 200 experience. And you have a green X here as well. So we're done with that one. And remember, you can repeat these at the bottom if you want to. Now here's a new thing. The F-Fold Terrace is level 5. Get 807 experience or 40 crowns. Or not or, and. You get both. Slimes ambushed you in the catacombs? Well then, it's possible that I can quickly piece this issue together. With the ward restored by your lovely soul, the portal leading to the F-Fold Terrace should be open to you now. The portal is located northeast of the catacombs entrance. From what I see in the terrace, it's infested with filthy Slimex. Unlike ordinary slimes, they are stronger and infused with tar. Slay 15 Slimex, then return to me safely. Accept the quest. Okay, so we're almost at level 6. I have a cloak now. Gives me 1 defense and 1 magic defense. That goes here. So you have helmet, cape, chest piece, and leggings. You have your 2 weapon slots here, shield, and a ring. So for the moment, our stats are looking pretty good. So what I can do also is take a look at the weapons that I have, and I could continue to keep the rare ones if I want to. However, since this is a base weapon, technically I could sell this one. But the slime deck, or the slime crust guitars here, do 3 to 7 damage, while these do 2 to 6. So these are technically worse than these. So I can go to Sally and sell those as well. I can use the bell now though. I am going to sell the actually I'm not going to sell the robe. I will show what it looks like. Doesn't look bad actually. But it's not what I want to actually use. So we'll put this back on. And I will sell it. And I will sell the chest as well. So I have Guardian Spear, Precise Spear, and Lively Spear. I'm going to equip the Lively one. I don't think I want to use bows for the moment. Okay. So now I can go to Enoch, I think, who is here. Quests. Healing Tomb complete. Level up. The voice of Zul Neruda. Ooh, we get something really good here. 985 experience and 800 crowns. And a Geist Lord ring, which I can equip when I'm level 12. It is a level 6 quest. Listen, do you hear it? There's a faint sound of laughter in the distance coming from the catacombs. Within it is an entry that is the manifestation that continues to reanimate the dead. This entity is named Lord Zul Neruda, a Geist Lord, one of the higher elites in the undead ranks. He must be purged. Seek Zul Neruda and kill him. He is hidden within the medium layer of the corrupted portal. Hurry, lost one. Time is of the essence. Return to me when his blood is in your hands. Defeat Lord Zul Neruda in the level 6 to 12 Sanctum Catacombs. So we can accept it, but it won't be easy to do. I can accept this one as well, Purging the Undead. And I get these 3 items. Lesser Defense Potion, which you could equip to use to make your defense higher temporarily. This one's for magic defense, and this one's for lesser evasion, or it's for evasion. Temporary increases evasion by 3%, and you can put these in this area over here. So now I can go to my stat points, and I will raise my vitality, strength, and dexterity for now. I have 3 skill points, so I can raise the recovery twice. I could do leg up one more time. And I haven't used that skill yet. I'm going to now move the rock toss over to my X button. Actually, I'll move it to my Z button, my Z button. Alright, so now all the skills that I have at the moment are equipped I'm ready to go. Take a look at everything that I have here. So these pots are for health. This is dye that changes my clothing to this color, the gray color. And magic leaf restores 15 mana. And those go, or these go here. Okay. Pretty good so far. I'll put this here. Switch weapons. Also, you can interrupt your attacks with the shield button. So right before hitting the ground, I could just do that. Okay. Now let's go to the ATLYSS. I could fight more of these guys. Anytime you hear that sound, a rare item drops. Or a rare item is dropped. Also notice that now that I am level 6, these guys don't attack me anymore. Also, there is a sit button for healing if you want to, or you can just sit. Very, very cute game. So, just taking a look at everything. Okay. So if we recall, for our quests for this one, the portal is located northeast of the catacombs entrance. So we need to go this way, all the way here. And this takes us to the ATLYSS. You notice that the enemies are different. This one is level 4, so it is going to attack me. However, it is daytime now, so they turn into the slimes, and they're level 1, so they're not going to attack me. Okay, these guys are the others, the slime X. They're level 5. So I have to defeat 15 of these. I can use the spear. Ow. Ah. Okay. Oh. Okay, so now we have slime mech hammers. Need to be careful. Need to run away. So that they don't follow me out. Okay. So I can check my items here. And now have a Slimek hammer. It does 12 to 16 damage, which is better than the Geist Scythe. In terms of damage only, this still offers more stats, so I'm going to keep using the Scythe until I get a rare axe hammer. But it is a heavy weapon, so it's another hammer type. I can use this time to heal. Also, if I use this skill and I take a look at my stats, my evasion is now at 17, and my movement speed is at, and it says 140. So I'm a little bit faster and dodgier for 15 seconds. Well, yeah, for 15 seconds. Continuing to pick up all the items that we see. I now have 36 rocks. Okay. Every skill has a cooldown, but it's a pretty short cooldown for the rocks. So I can toss 2 of those. And you're almost always going to find rocks. Ah! There's also an important thing. Depending on levels, if the enemy is more than 3 levels higher than you, you can't parry them. It'll be a block instead, which means it will take up stamina. It will hit the stamina. Okay, so safe spot. Take a look here. I have lively Slimek shivs now. Dexterity weapon. And lively does defense and max health. So if I wanted to, I could switch the spear for these. So now I have a precise slime crest chest, which is 3 defense, 1 dex power, and 0.11 critical. Which isn't as good for what I'm using. But this also means that now that I have a rare one, I could sell the common one. Alright, let's do this quest. Remember, heavy weapons interrupt the enemy. The jump attack. Very useful AoE, area of effect. And 15 are done. Just that quickly. Decent experience for now as well. But now, pick up everything and we can head back. And we go back to Angela. The green X, it is done. Complete. Level up. The next thing here is Diva Must Die. It's level 5. Recommended. 1,259 experience and 1,200 crowns. It looks like you have done a great deal of damage to the Queen's hive of Slimex. By proving your strength against her deluded defense, it's time to take her on while the iron is still hot. From what the ley energies that surround the terrace suggest, the Queen would appear if her children continued to die. Perhaps where there are more Slimex, that is where she may be hidden. I trust that you can fend her off and teach her a lesson. So, she's basically a boss or a mini boss. Also, Hunting Hogs has popped up. It's a repeatable quest. 584 experience and 85 crowns. Your soul is as strong as ever, little one. Why don't we try something a little more, well, daring? There's a small passage tucked away within the outer sanctum, swarming with awful creatures known as mech boars. They brand devastating weapons on their heads, looking to pick a fight with anyone who treads on their turf. If you would, display your skill by slaying 20 mech boars and gather 15 of their spears. Return to me when you have. Okay. So, we can accept that. We accept this one, and we'll accept this one as well. My quest log is full, so I can't accept any more. I can abandon this one because it's a repeating quest. And then I can go back here. And grab that one. I'm level 7, and I'm still close to level 8. I can apply 3 more points, so we'll do strength, vitality, and dexterity. Looking good so far. I could go to Sally and sell some of my stuff. She now has more stuff. So this is level 7 stuff now. I can get a better shield, which I wouldn't mind actually. There are different rings as well. Let's see here. If I take a look at this, this is for magical stuff. And I haven't been using magic at the moment, so I won't worry about that. This Iron Halo is, I think, much better than what I have. So, I'll get one of these as well. Journeyman leggings. I haven't seen any new leggings lately, so I might as well get these as well. They are better than what I have. So I'll buy one. You can either right click to buy, or you can hold the shift button and press left click. So what I'm going to do is hold the shift button and left click on this hammer, and it's an automatic. So you can only, okay, so if you hold shift and you press on things that you have equipped, it unequips it first, and then you can sell it. But we're going to equip this and equip this. Now, I don't really like the way it looks because it's just there. So I will keep it on, but I will hide it. And the leggings I can put on, and that looks fine. You'll notice that these items are here that I sold. There's a countdown that happens where once it hits 0, these disappear. So if you made a mistake and you want to rebuy them, you can do that before the time runs out. So I don't need these anymore. I think I want to keep... I'll get rid of both rings, actually. And these guitars. And one of these scepters. Also, when you do have too many items, and you don't want to sell everything, you can go to Spike, the storage. I have a lot of stuff, because I played this game a lot. So, you should have 3 tabs. 1, 2, 3. Then you have your consumable stuff, 3 tabs. And your trade items, 3 tabs. Everything is very useful. Speaking of trade items though, I now have some crowns and I have some items here. If I want to, let's say that I want to make a common weapon a rare weapon. So for example, the slime mech hammer is a common weapon. I can go to Vivian, go to enchant my stuff at the top, put this here, and it will tell me what I need in order to enchant it. I need 147 crowns and I need 5 slime mech cores and I have 7. So if I enchant the item, it's a random gacha. It's energetic. Energetic means stamina goes up. And in this case, it's the only thing that goes up. But it's stronger than what I have. Actually, it's not. It's weaker than what I have. Or is it? 12 to 16. 9 to 16. No, it is stronger. But this one has more stats. This one has a critical percent chance. And magical defense. This just has stamina by 1. So I can swap between the two if I want to. Okay. Now that I'm level 7, I can use these weapons. Or I can use this weapon. The Marrow Bobble. It offers magic power 1 off the bat. And I can also use the bell. So I could equip the bell. It attacks like this. It's very, very nice. And if you jump, it sends you backwards. Just like the opposite of the scepter, or not the scepter, the opposite of the heavy weapon. Goes in the direction that you aim. And this is a mind weapon. Okay. So far, that's that. If I want to do a magic run, I could do that. So what I could do now... Oh, that's the thing too. Different weapons have different effects or show different effects. Notice how this shoots a purple item and how this one is a different one. So they all have different effects. They look different. So it's really nice to collect different ones. So let's go to this portal here. This takes us to the Sanctum Catacombs, just the dungeon. So we press the teleport button. And we will do... We are level 7 for the moment. So let's go here again. More rocks. The dungeons will randomize, so they're not always going to have the same layout. So it keeps it fresh for a good bit. So I need to find a lever. Alright, so we're doing magic damage now. Don't forget to shield. Lock on if you need to. I definitely prefer it for something like this. Very useful for range. Sometimes you will automatically block if you're holding a shield. And the shield works because I am holding a one-handed weapon. Ghostly tabard. That is this. It is a chest piece armor. And it does 4 defense and 0.12% evasion. I'm not going to use it. It looks like this though. Doesn't look bad. I will keep it on me, but I won't wear it for the time being. In the next fight, I will use the bell. Was there anything else in here? The lever. The gate opens. Okay. So now I can go this way. Switch to the bell. Okay. Keeping my distance. And notice that I'm dashing after I attack. Because if I dash while attacking, then the attack won't happen. So I dash after I attack. Ah. The area is so small. And I have 3 enemies. Okay. The bell doesn't interrupt, but sometimes it does have pushback. That's why there's that impact. The bell is considered one of the best weapons, actually. Best range weapons. Another ghostly tabard, so I can sell that. 100% chest, 5 defense, 2 health. It looks like this. Actually, it looks pretty good for the most part. We're still gonna go with this one. You can see my bias at this point. Ghostly leggings. Or ghostly leg wraps, rather. 3 defense and 0.15 evasion. So that's not bad. My defense goes down by 2, and then my stamina does as well. But what does it look like? I guess they're okay. But I like these more. Okay. There's some pots up here. we go out this way, I think. Maybe? This way. Okay, it was the other way. So it's this way. New area. Attack my children. Ow. Okay. Switch to this one. Oh, that's it. Okay. So we're done with that. If you wanted to, you could go up here as well. So notice how I couldn't reach the top of this just from jumping alone. If you jump, dash, jump, you go a little bit higher. Like this. You jump, move forward, jump again. As long as you have forward momentum. So yeah. Okay. So now we go this way. Grab everything we see. Remember to target if you need to. So now I can practice parrying if I need to. It's one of those out of 20. Journeyman vest. 4111. Not bad. Okay. That was the way out. I'm gonna go the other way because I didn't go the other way. Might as well level up, right? I want to get as close to level 12 as possible so that we don't have a hard time with the next dungeon. Of course, doing the quests gives you experience as well. Just a little bit more. Sometimes I forget that I can throw rocks. Very useful. We're very, very close to a level up. one more person to fight, I think. But I don't think there are any more enemies. Agility stone. So these stones here are used to change the weapon type to dexterity. So if you're using a magic weapon or a weapon that scales on mind or strength, you could change it to dexterity. Green changes it to dexterity, blue changes it to mind, and red changes it to strength. Jump up here. Here's a little secret spot. Monofont, Crypt Singe, so that's good to have if I want to use magic. Monofont means that the max mana goes up. Also, we have our first sword now. Monofont wood sword as well. It looks like this. It's pretty quick. And this is the jump attack. And swords scale off of physical attack. But it's a one-handed weapon, so I can use my shield. Okay, so now we can leave the area, I think. Because there aren't any more enemies. So I can either just go to this portal, or I can press the G button. But I'm gonna go to this portal because I can go to the mech boar area, which should be this way. I could do this. See if I can get a little bit of experience, maybe. Actually, I don't think they give any experience because I'm too high of a level. Yeah, they don't. So I can't use them. Alright, so now we're back out here. And we can go to this area over here. This waterfall. This is where that place is. Tool Valley. These guys are very tough and very fast. And they always attack you, no matter what level you are. They're level 8 though. So they have a good audio cue and a good animation, but they are quick. So I'm gonna go on top of this rock here so that I can look at my stuff. I can make my strength go up. We'll do vitality and dexterity. I have 3 points for skills, but I don't have any skills to use at the moment. Okay. But this is a good place to train. Listen for the sounds. And for the time being, it's a really good experience. Just try not to get ambushed. I have to defeat 20 of these. Make sure you grab all the items that fall. Okay. We might as well do the quest here. But they can be tricky if you get ambushed by more than one. Like, this area will be very scary. However, it is a new area, so those guys up there are very scary. They do mind damage. Well, rather they're magical and they do a lot of damage. I'm not sure what level they are. So I've alerted them all there. This is a bad idea. So I blocked, but my level is lower by a decent amount, which means I can't parry them. So that means they are 4 levels higher, I believe. I'm trying to see what level they are. $13, so much higher. That's a lot of damage. I can block, but I can't parry. So notice that when I block, I still get hurt because the level is too high. Decent experience though. So now I have to wait for my health cooldown, or I can use a potion. But I have time. So I only have 3 of those potions anyway, unless I have more. I have these as well. I guess they're called... There are bun jars and bun pots. So there are bun pots that do 20 health and bun jars that do 50. So I could either wait for that, I could sit to heal. Notice that they do have a damage animation when they're in low health. But I could also use the 1 button and sit and let that go up to full health if I want to. Alright. But yes, the mech boars are level 8. We are the same level. I could switch weapons to bow if I want to. And aim. Ten more to go. Be careful not to fight the other guys. We won't be safe until we're at level, I think, 10. To fight the wizards. So that's 2 of them. Like I said, pay attention to the sound cues and the color. The sound cue might be easier. Inventory full. I'll switch from the bow back to the scepter. Do I have a special one? I have the bauble, but I also have the killer split Bart scepter. So killer means that it's attack power and critical, which isn't very useful on a mind weapon unless I scale it to strength. So those extra stats don't help this one at all. Three more to go. Okay. I could get 5 more Megbor spears that they drop, which they don't always drop. In the meantime, I will just get experience, I guess. So in this case, now that I'm getting hurt more, I could go on top of this and not get hurt at all. And I can use this time to switch weapons. I can do one of 2 things. I could stay up top here and just aim down and keep shooting. Or I could switch weapons. But since this is a safe spot and they always aim for you, you might as well do this. So I need 4 more spears. Ow. Ow. This is not good. Might as well parry. Okay, now we're safe. Might as well aim. I'm on cooldown right now. I could sit. It's nighttime now. So it's a really good farming spot when you're at early level. I actually recommend being in this area to level faster. Just be careful. Get used to shielding or parrying. or get on top of that fence. Make sure that you're only fighting these boars and not the blue ones or the purple ones. I didn't see him, but I heard him. So now I'm not safe. So now I'm running. Ah, no. Okay. Okay, cool. Very close. And we're almost at level 9. So the rock is very useful. And we're level 9. So if I were level 10, I could actually parry the magic boars. Let's go back to the sanctum. Talk to Angela. Okay, not Angela actually. Oh, that's right, I need one more spear. I shouldn't have come back so early. But I did just level, so let's do that. Recovery is all the way up. Let's raise. Let's see. One mind, one vitality, and one dex. Let's sell some items. Oh. Do this. And then, oh, we have a new one of these as well. Making a mech spear, level 7. When you complete it, you get 300 experience and a mech spear. This is the only way to get a mech spear, and it's actually very useful. It's a really, really good weapon. Consider it forging. I've been thinking of something we could make. Perhaps something like a powerful spear. You know, the mech boars look like they got something fierce with them. Spears on their little heads. How about this? Give me, say, 1 spear from the mech boars and 15 slime cores to keep it all together. I'll make a nice partisan for you in return. Sound good? So, this means that it's important to keep trade items. Because she wants some of these items here. She wants the Slimek. I think she said Slimek cores. I have 2 of those. So make sure that you accept. But yeah, she's your forger basically. I guess not forge per se, but that's how you end up getting some weapons that you can't find anywhere else. But I'm level 9 now, so I'll do a decent amount to level 10. $69 HP and 26 mana. Let's see. I guess I could go fight Diva. So let's go fight Diva. I guess I will use the bell and the scepter. Oh, let me sell items first, because I am almost full. I'm gonna put some of my items away. Journeyman vest. Okay. So, Diva is back at the Eiffel Terrace. So we go this way. It's in the same area where we fought the blue Slimix. This way. And what we want to do is not go this way, but we want to go this way. No. If you ever press the recall button on accident, you can either attack to interrupt it, or you can shield. But you want to find this gate here that has this here. You go this way, and you fight these. And if you fight enough of them, Diva appears. Be careful. Huh. Ah. Oh. No. Ah. I died. My first death. So we go back. Looks like we aren't strong enough, or I was careless. So I will switch weapons. And I will go back. The good thing about losing in this game is that you don't lose any items or anything. You don't really lose any progress. But you have to go back to where you were. Which just means you have to familiarize yourself with the place again. So remember, we go this way to the gate. They're pretty tanky. I do need slime cores. Oh. Might as well actually target. The rocks do a lot, actually. And I have 36 of them left. 35, 34, 33. Okay. So that's done. Also, if you fight her enough times, she may even drop a weapon. She does have her own scepter that you can use. So now she's back. Need to be careful. Oh. Huh. Okay, almost. Uh-oh. Nice. And sometimes they drop experience as well. Let's get out of here though, because we got what we came here for. So yeah, for me it seems like the rocks are working pretty well. Got any quests? And we leveled to 10. So, now that we are level 10, we've basically hit a milestone. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my points. My stats. We're going to raise dexterity. And I guess strength twice. Okay. Now, in my next video, I will cover what's important about level 10. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Kite kurete arigato. Mite kurete arigato. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. This is a game that I really like. ATLYSS is a really fun game. I would say it's still early access at the time of this recording. So it's not finished either. However, there's still a decent amount of content if you are a beginner. And if you are a non-English speaker, you can still get familiarized with the area. I hope this video helps you as well. I advise that you turn on closed caption. And the translate should definitely help understand some of the things that I have said. Because I would like for more people to be able to actually play this game because it is really fun. I'm kitsunevtuber, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye. Mata ne.